Hi, thanks for clicking on Kenny Vision. I'm your host, David, and what this channel is about is just sharing some of my life moments with you. After a lot of years watching YouTube and all the do-it-yourself videos and the great entertainment that's on there, it's about time I turn the camera on myself and start giving back. So if you could, please go ahead and click on subscribe. It's free. And if you want to share any comments or opinions or just some tips that may help make the channel better, we'll try to incorporate them the best we can. So without any further introduction, here's our next video. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in again. Today's video is gonna consist of something a little bit of this thing here, but basically this 12-volt battery that we have here. What you're looking at is a charger and an inverter that I have for the pellet stove. So this is my little rig during the winter time. I take my battery out of my tractor slash rider mower and I hook it up to this inverter, and basically what it does, if the power electricity goes out, the inverter here collects the 12-volt DC and actually converts it into what we call a 120 AC or chop DC sort of, and keeps the pellet stove running. So basically I have it plugged in here, so if we were to lose power, the electricity would still come on. Now you heard the inverter, it just kicked in right now. See the fan going here, and it's actually, instead of running off of the outlet, it is coming off of the 12-volt battery and running and supplying the pellet stove 120 volts to run its blower and auger motors. So basically that's how it works. So now if I plug it back in, you hear it go off. So now it's running. The inverter is actually being bypassed and it's coming out of the wall, the 120, and going into the pellet stove. Well, I actually have the pellet stove off at the moment, but if I were to turn it on, it'd run normal. So with this little setup, I've got electricity if the power goes out, and the stove keeps running and does not stop. Since it's springtime, I'm going to take my little rig off and I'm going to take this battery out and I'm going to put it back in the tractor. And this battery is, gosh, I don't know, it's over 5 years old for sure, because I do this thing every year. And it's like a total charge during the winter, and then when it's in the tractor, it charges itself. So let me go ahead and get these posts off, and I'm going to undo these and put it in the tractor. Okay then, here's my shed, here's the tractor. I come right in here, hasn't been touched all winter long. So basically what I'm going to do is take our battery that I just took out of the inverter and mount it underneath the seat here. Let me go hook it up and check it out. Okay, here we go. Got it all hooked up. Positive to red, plus negative to black. And we've got a good connection. Like I said, I haven't tried this at all, so we're just going to start her up. I'm going to get in here and actually put my clutch down. My choke all the way up. And let's see if she turns over. Again. Alright, I just shut her off here. I'm just going to wheel her outside, so because there's a lot of gas in the shed, and we'll start her over. So that's pretty good. At least it held the charge all winter long. Okay, I just wheeled the tractor out of the shed. We'll start her up and just drive it up to the garage. So what I usually do now is I put the snowblower in the shed so I could have it for the summertime. So yeah, I do not recommend starting up lawnmowers in closed-in spaces, because the carbon monoxide and the exhaust from the tractor will do a number on you. So I'm outside. I'm going to start her up again. So here we go. Okay, looks like I'm going to get another season out of this. I've had this Boland's tractor for 11 years, and she's been a champ. This is only the second battery I've had in it, and just regular oil changes and just keep it clean. So she's been real good to us. So yeah, we'll go cut the grass later on. Grass is starting to get bigger. So what I do now is the snowblower, which you've probably seen in other videos. I'm going to go bring this down to the shed and start her up. I mean, she's in great shape. So get it out of the garage. All right. Okay, I just started her up and got her in the shed. And she's all put away for the spring and summer. And we'll bring it out this fall. Okay, I just thought of something you might be interested in. This is a little shed ramp that I made in my own design. And actually you can see it's a hole cut out in a ramp. But you look at the platform and you say, boy, Dave, that's a pretty heavy thing to keep moving every time you need to go in your shed. So just see that I've got some cables hooked up to it. And really, just with 2 fingers, you can lift this whole ramp up and put it away. And I'd say this ramp is at least maybe 200-300 pounds. But I'll show you what makes it work is pretty much the physics of it. And if you go inside the shed here, you'll notice I've got the cable line going down to the ramp, coming up, going over a pulley to another pulley that's in back, which is connected to actually 2 garage door springs that I got on eBay, and it stretches. So when you lift up the cable, you can see that the tension of the springs decreases and brings, I'm trying to hold the camera and move the same thing, but you can kind of get it, where it just decreases and the ramp pulls up. So I'm going to go ahead and let the ramp down, and you can see how the spring stretches out and keeps a little tension on it. So yeah, it worked out pretty good. I had to do the math to see how much of a swing I had to do to get it done, but it was a very inexpensive way to make something that could be very costly if you hired people to do this. So this thing has been up for 5 years. And actually, there used to be a regular door, pass-through door, open door that I had here. But I decided I like to make the ramp so I could drive the tractor in and out. So yeah, that's my ramp door. And like I said, when you do all the trig for how much rise you gotta have and how much run, it works out pretty well. And this is pretty much it. So that's my ramp door on the shed. All right.